Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to check out news, hot news. We will see what kind of personal missions do we have in the game for 2.0, and in the same time we will check out some other stuff. So without further ado, let's teleport straight into the action. Movie time.
Point of no return has passed. The satellite has been launched into orbit. The whole world has learned military secrets and found itself entangled in hundreds of threads, all leading to the Architect's hands. Discover what Project Kronos is, and whether its developments can be used for good. Gather intel on the new weapon, and we'll build you vehicles capable of standing against it. All clear? Then welcome to Sector 3.
This is the third personal missions campaign. That means new rewards and the rarest Tier 11 tank of all.
I need to highlight one thing. We needed the personal missions for a very, very long time. There is absolutely nothing to complain, only to give the thumbs up. Or should we try to find something to complain about?
A new challenge to test your skills, and a new reason to ask yourself, am I capable of this? There's only one way to find out. Sector 3 is a path to recognition and well-earned rewards. It's a long road with many steps, but each one is clear and well within your reach. This will demand your full focus, so Sector 3 is completed separately from the first two campaigns. The campaign consists of 3 operations.
Sector 3 is completed separately. Does that mean you cannot set up the previous missions, or how does it look like? This is the question which I instantly have, right? Because if you need to choose which sector do you complete first, or you are playing for first 2 campaigns but you can't select the third one, that would be kind of mean, honestly.
Completed one after the other. The first features relatively simple missions.
Cause damage to the enemy heavy tanks by shooting them 7 times. Easy mission. You take some sort of French Stratata autoloader, or even better, you are taking the Czechoslovakian light tank. Done.
The second is more challenging. You'll need to complete its missions twice.
Wait.
Relatively simple missions. The second is more challenging.
Be top player on your team by damaged cost. And you need to complete it twice?
You'll need to complete its missions twice, in different vehicles. Thanks to the...
That's actually something. Okay, that is interesting one. That is an interesting one. We haven't seen this shit before, did we? Interesting. So, for a last campaign, if let's say you have a mission to be top by the damage, you need to play with two different vehicles. I don't hate it. I do not hate it, fellas. I do not hate it. It kind of... I know why they have done that. I can tell you exactly why they have done that. So, if the player, let's say, has only Super Conqueror and he's playing with it as a heavy tank, so he would need to get another line for that. This is varied, in my opinion. This is not horrible. This is not horrible.
These repetitions, missions conditions are less dependent on luck and random chance.
Okay.
Adapt, change your tactics, choose your vehicles carefully, and you'll succeed. The third operation follows the same format. But you don't need to repeat its final 5 missions. They'll be tough enough as they are.
Okay. Block 10,000 damage. Och tu kuliva. I can only imagine that. Okay, they are tough enough. Okay, thank you for gaming.
Each operation includes 3 series of missions that replace the previous structure based on vehicle type or nation. The Vanguard series is for tough frontline vehicles, assault and breakthrough heavy tanks, as well as some versatile ones. For the Ambush series, you'll need fire support vehicles. Snipers and auto-reloaders of different types will come in handy.
Okay.
And the Assistance series is all about light tanks or artillery.
Excuse me, I had a furball stuck in my throat. Artillery, really.
It's your call. Choose what you like and what you're best in. Each series is made up of 15 missions that are completed sequentially, one after the other. The mission series are independent of each other, so you can have up to 3 active missions at once. Many objectives can be achieved in multiple different ways. So if you're struggling to
block 1,500 damage while your vehicle is stationary. Cost 2,500 damage to enemy vehicles. I mean, once again, this is just a beginning mission, but this doesn't look too hard, right? For the folks who are not the best in the game, you take T95 because I assume this is going to be the T95 class and you are doing this. Or alternatively, sit and hold down with whatever tough turret tank as E3, let's say like that.
Complete a mission, you'll be able to find another approach. Choose your own way to success. Each completed mission in a series earns you campaign points that fill the overall operation progression. This is your main source of points, but there's another one too. In the third campaign, you can use good old daily missions and new weekly ones. Like the mission series, they also earn you campaign points, just not as many. Completing a whole
This is huge, because I can tell you why this is huge and why this is a good system. If in the past, let's say, we have plenty of the players who are stuck for a mission, do 8,000 damage or something like that, right? So with this type of shit, by completing daily missions, even though you are not lucky enough or you are not good enough to complete the very, very hard mission, you will get the tank eventually by playing the game, which I think is absolutely amazing, because let's get real. Most of the World of Tanks players are not fluffy super unicums. Most of the players are casual players playing the game once in a while. So this is absolutely amazing and this is awesome. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as to say that the number 1 and number 2 campaign should have the same system over there. So people who are stuck for literally years upon years upon years, they would be able to earn the tanks over a long period of time.
Operation just by doing daily missions will take far too long. We recommend completing as many series missions as you can, then using daily and weekly missions to get you over the finish line. These regular missions let you keep moving toward your goal, even when you're stuck on a tough series mission.
Exactly. Even though it takes a long time, you are still progressing. This is absolutely amazing, right? Beautiful. You could, whatever, run a marathon or you could walk marathon. It will take longer, but you will still do it, right? Good. Very good.
Fill the operation progression and, part by part, assemble your ultimate weapon and earn rewards along the way, including...
That is very, very cool. This will give the feeling of accomplishment, in my opinion. You know, you are completing a bit of the missions, you got the turret. I finally can put the turret on top. It will give some feeling of accomplishment, in my opinion. Very, very smart. Very smart. Honestly, very smart.
Fill the operation progression and, part by part, assemble your ultimate weapon and earn rewards along the way, including credits, free XP, crew members, experimental equipment components, personal reserves, and much more. There are also commemorative Sector 3 themed rewards, including ultra-rare 3D customization elements. There's also a way to stand out among the very best. By completing all 45 operation missions, you'll receive not only standard rewards, but also a unique badge and an exclusive style designed specifically for that vehicle. Completing all 3 operations with honors will reward you with an ultra-rare badge, legendary 3D customization elements, and a year of World of Tanks premium account.
What? Fuck me backwards. What the flying F is this? Oh man. If it is not generous, then I do not know what is. I did not know about that shit, fellas. I did not know about that shit. But you know what? It's not often that we can clap for this company, but okay. Now, think about it in this way. Think about it in this way. After some time, everyone will complete it, right? After some time, if I understand this correctly. Did I understood this correctly? Wait a second. Do you need to complete everything or do you need to get the tanks? Wait.
Only standard rewards, but also a unique badge and an exclusive style designed specifically for that vehicle. Completing all 3 operations with honors will reward you with an ultra-rare badge.
Okay.
Legendary...
You need to complete with honors. Okay, this is pretty much a reward for extremely good players. Or for players after a very long time whenever they got lucky. Okay, it's not going to be so simple. It is not going to be so simple. To complete 120 missions or 135 missions over a long period of time, this is not going to be so easy to get. It's not going to be so easy. So this is a reward for very, very, very good players, right? Okay.
3D customization elements and a year of World of Tanks premium account.
But that's
everything
big.
you need to let the world know I did it. But the main rewards are 3 vehicles. They're for the very best.
Okay.
And just owning them speaks volumes about what you're capable of. For the first operation, you'll get the Windhund, a Tier 8 tank destroyer. This is a vehicle built for stealth ops that stays in the shadows until it delivers the fatal blow.
I assume this is STRVS one. That's what I assume.
With a good rate of fire, high shell velocity,
320 alpha damage, 271 millimeters of penetration, very good shell velocity, right? So I assume this is going to be a PCR. Move your ugly face. Sorry. Dispersion, nothing too crazy. At least it doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
and deadly penetration. It can bring down even the biggest prey. All of this makes the Windhund the perfect sniper.
Sniper
And its
Schnitzel.
good maneuverability in siege mode means this hunter won't become the hunted. The Windhund is an experienced, persistent predator that won't stop until it tears off its opponent's tracks, and then their turret. For completing the second operation, you'll get a new Tier 10 tank. The VZ-60S Dravitz is a model breakthrough heavy tank you can rely on in any battlefield situation.
450 alpha damage. Move your ugly face skill. Actually, it's okay. 450 alpha damage, 264 average penetration, goal 315, loading time 11 seconds, gun depression -8, 2.2 thousand hit points, hull armor 100, but it's sloped pretty nicely, turret armor 330. Once again, we will need to see how the armor model will look like, and we are definitely going to dig deeper into this tank whenever we will get our hands on it, or whenever I will have a chance to make a video with it, right?
Its armor is as interesting to study as it is hard to penetrate. The lower glacis is protected against heat shells with a screen. The upper glacis has a sharp angle and deflects APCR shells like rubber balls. The turret is very tough and shielded by screens. There's a cupola, of course, but good luck hitting it.
Even Wargaming is saying good luck. Yeah, we balanced the tank properly. We balanced the tank properly. Good luck. Good luck, boys. Good luck. Have fun. That means that lower plate, you are going to penetrate with AP or APCR, probably.
At the same time, the vehicle quickly reaches and maintains a speed of 45 kilometers per hour. Just as a breakthrough heavy tank should. But unusually for this role, it boasts 8 degrees of gun depression. This gives the Dravitz versatility, as does its handy gun with 450 HP of damage per shot. A powerful Tier 10 is already an impressive reward, but that's only the second operation of the 3. At the end of your path, you'll climb even higher. Higher than ever before. There, you'll find the Black Rock, Sector 3's main reward. The rarest...
It has a name already among the community, and it is not a rock. It is antonym or synonym, however it's called, for a very famous bird that says kakareku. I do not know which one is it. Anyways.
Most coveted vehicle in all of World of Tanks 2.0. This is a next-generation heavy tank to take on any challenge. It's maneuverable, meaning it's
430 alpha damage, 283 millimeters of penetration, 335 penetration with a gold most likely hit. Okay.
always on time to make a decisive contribution. And its armor is typically American in the best possible way. It also boasts a handy gun with a mechanic that's as useful as it is interesting. The BlackRock's gun is like an assault rifle. It switches between single shots and bursts. Most of the time, it fires one shot at a time, but land two penetrating hits, not necessarily.
Okay, this is very important. If, let's say, we have a MBTB that you do not have a choice between whenever you want to shoot singulars and whenever you can shoot doubles, this tank does have a choice. It is powerful, mother trucker. It only from the mechanic itself, it is very, very, very powerful.
Necessarily in a row, and the next shot will become a two-shell burst. And it won't even affect your reload time. It's simple and it's effective.
Okay.
The BlackRock is a vehicle for the best of the best, and it lives up to that title. With top-tier characteristics, versatility, and a unique mechanic, this isn't a vehicle you earn, then leave to gather dust in your garage. No, the BlackRock is made to rule the battlefield. These are the rarest and most coveted vehicles of the new era. Complete all missions, uncover the secrets of Project Kronos, and become the rightful owner of these weapons. Good.
Okay. What we can say about all of this and what we can comment on, right? First of all, the new mechanics is absolutely amazing. That if someone is getting stuck on one or another mission by completing daily missions, so by being active player, someone is progressing towards. That is absolutely amazing, and in my opinion, that is a great stuff. Tanks, we know that Wargaming knows how to present the things. They are even selling AMX-DC as being absolutely amazing vehicle because it has 94 shells, right? Or whatever amount of the shells AMX has. So that being said, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, they definitely know how to sell the stuff, right? We are not surprised about that, at least in my opinion, right? We'll see how they will feel like and how they will look like overall, right? Now we have the article, earn legend, understood, choose your path, so you can pretty much deal with everything. Do we see the missions at this point in time? Do we see the missions? Wait a second, if we click there, okay, we see the missions. Okay, that's great. Okay. Let's see what do we have and briefly go through those because it is very, very important, right? So for a first campaign, cause damage by firing 7 times, easy. Into the heavy tanks. Once again, I think it is easy. We do not know when, to which tier it is locked. Do we have the information? Okay, between the tier 6 to tier 11 tanks. Okay, so from the tier 6, so I assume tier 6, most likely tier 8, and then probably everything is locked for tier 11s or something like that, or tier 10s, tier 11s. That would be my guess, right? Okay, easy. Have total damage cost an enemy blocked by armor equal or exceeding twice your vehicle damage. This is annoying. I can guarantee you that this is going to be annoying to block the things. Be top player on your team by damage cost. Okay. Not very simple missions, honestly. I mean, I would definitely recommend to do that with a lower tier. That's a fact. Cause 1000 damage to immobilized enemy vehicles or block 2000 damage. Okay. Destroy 2 enemy mediums or heavies. Fine. 2,500 damage to enemy vehicles or block damage. They are choosing the block road, so pretty much players who are not very good at doing damage, they can take very sturdy tank and block the damage this way. At least that's what I think. Do 3,000 damage with which in the view range of your vehicle, fine, so that's close quarters, and if not, or what not, right? Destroy 3 enemy vehicles 2 different times. Okay, destroy an enemy vehicle by ramming and survive the ramming, blah blah blah. Okay, fair. 2,000 damage to enemy vehicles that hit your vehicle at least once. Oh, that's an interesting one. So pretty much you will need to focus the tank that is shooting you. But once again, let's get real. You play with mouse, someone hit you, you hit him 4 times or 4 different or 2 different tanks twice, and you are completing this mission. Nothing too crazy. Earn high caliber, it's okay. Cost 3,000 damage to the medium heavy tank. I don't think that this first set of missions is too bad, honestly. Cost 1,500 damage to enemy vehicles this closer of the 100 meters distance or less, so pretty much brawling, or 200 meters, nothing too crazy. Cause damage 5 times to the enemy vehicles by firing from the clinch distance 50 meters or less. This is straight up brawling, or alternatively cost 3,500 damage. This doesn't look too hard. Looking into those missions, at least from my point of view, I think this is going to be relatively easy, at least for me, right? Let's move on. Score 6 armor penetrating hits and cause 1,000 damage. You need to do that twice, right? Once again, nothing too crazy. Be top player by experience, earn it twice, nothing too crazy. Destroy an enemy vehicle having received no prior damage to your vehicle. Destroy an enemy vehicle having no prior damage, and this is assault mission, so pretty much you are going to be bushwhacking with some kind of heavy tank. That's all there is to say. Or alternatively, you will play aggressively and do 2,000 damage. Cost 1,500 damage to enemy medium tanks, or destroy enemy vehicle outside the view range of your vehicle. Okay, I am wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. This is ambush, fellas. This is ambush. This is not what I thought it is. It is for some medium tanks, some heavy tanks without any armor whatsoever. Okay, I cocked it up. That is on me, fellas. This is for bushwhackers. Those missions are for the bushwhackers. Okay. Cost and assist total 4,000 damage. Very easy if you know how to play with them. Light tanks or medium tanks with a CVS cost twice as much damage as your vehicle have hit points, okay. Cost 2,000 damage, okay. Cost for destroy 4 vehicles of 2 different times, or do 2,000 damage in the first 4 minutes of the battle. This can be annoying. High caliber medal cost 3,500 damage to enemy vehicles that are moving when hit. Interesting. Earn a tank sniper schnitzel reward, okay. Destroy an enemy causing 1,500 damage. Destroy enemy vehicle causing it at least 1,500 of damage. This is higher tier mission. I can imagine. This mission completed in one shot. Trash burn. Trash burn. Gun. Mission completed. Mission completed. Trash burn. One shot. Cost 4,500 damage to enemy vehicles, once again higher tiers. And now, this is an interesting bit. This is light tanks and clickers. Do you have a choice? Cause damage to enemy SPG and survive the battle, or stun enemy vehicles. Okay, that's cool. So you have a choice. Do you want to play with a light tank, or do you want to play with a SPG? I can imagine this mission completing. Imagine that. You are playing with a Czechoslovakian light tanks. You saw from where Arta fired, and you are into that side. One shell needs to hit and you are completing the mission, right? Also, I want to highlight there is quite a bit of the training booklets and rewards are quite nice. Also, one more thing. what we are going to be doing instantly, we are going to be recommending some tanks to complete the missions with, or some lines to complete missions with, what tier we would recommend to do and what not. So we are having our eyes open for that, right? Be top player on both teams, experience earned, definitely light tank mission. With Arta, it's very big pain in the ass to do so. Cause the damage by firing 6 times to enemy vehicle and cause 1000 damage. Doesn't matter, could be light tank, could be Arta. Stun enemy tank destroyers or medium tanks for 1000 second total. Okay, that's bad. That is bad. So you don't have a choice. Right there, you do not have a choice, okay? I'm going to be honest, you do not have a choice. You need to play Arta, right? Yeah, so you are pretty much stunning TDs or medium tanks. Earn Mastery Class 3 or higher, laughable. Immobilize enemy vehicles 4 times, or stun enemy vehicles 140 seconds. This is an annoying mission, I can guarantee you that. Pretty much with a either with a light tank or either Arta, you need to shoot to the tracks with a high explosives in a way. Assist in causing damage to 6 enemy vehicles by spotting or immobilizing or stunning. Okay, fair. Cause 1000 damage to enemy vehicles while moving at the speed of more than 35 kilometers. So with a light tank auto aim on. Spot 4 enemy vehicles and survive, or stun 2 enemy vehicles with a single shot twice and survive. Nothing too crazy in my opinion. Assist 2000 of damage to the enemy vehicles by spotting or immobilizing while remaining unspotted. Stun enemy tank destroyer on medium 7 times. Okay. Okay, fellas, I see. I see. So, what we could see from all of this, that for the Vinhand missions do not look that crazy, right? For Vinhand, it's okay. I think we are skipping this because we will have a separate video for those missions, and we are instantly going to the final thing. And Wargaming said that they are going to be hard. Let's see what we need to do here. Be top player on both teams by damage caused. And destroy 3 enemy vehicles 2 different times. For good player or for excellent player, this mission isn't anything special. You need to complete it twice with 2 different tanks. Destroy 2 enemy vehicles during the first 4 minutes of the battle, or cause 2,500 damage during first 4 minutes. That looks relatively easy. Destroy an enemy tank destroyer causing it at least 1000 damage, or destroy an enemy heavy tank causing at least 1500 damage. Nothing too crazy, nothing unusual, at least in my opinion, looking into this. And keep this in mind, this is for brawling tank destroyers or heavy tanks or strong medium tanks. Destroy 2 immobilized enemy vehicles or destroy 4 enemies, so pretty much 4 kills, or alternatively focusing the track with whatever else, right? Cause 4,500 damage to vehicles within the view range of your vehicle. Okay, just pretty much do 4,500 damage with a heavy tank. Block 3,000 hit points of damage and cause 3,500 damage to the enemy heavy tanks. This can be tricky. I mean, this is proper brawling. I can imagine going with and doing this mission with some sort of object or can opener or something that nature. Cost 2,500 damage to the enemy vehicles of your tier or higher by firing from clinch distance 50 meters or less. 50 meters is very close, fellas. People do not realize how close 50 meters is. It's very close. Or destroy 3 enemy vehicles of your tier or higher from the 50 meters or less. This is a hard one. I think this is pretty hard mission, fellas. Destroy 4 enemy tank destroyers or medium tanks, or block 2,500 damage while your tank remains stationary. I can imagine taking the T-95 and just going through the open field until you are getting tracked, and then you are sitting still like a pigeon. I don't think this is going to be too crazy. Destroy 4 enemy medium tanks or heavy tanks, or cause 4,500 of the damage to the enemy medium tanks or heavy tanks. doesn't look too crazy considering that it is a last mission. Block 4,000 of damage or cause 6,500 of damage. I think this is a very low amount of the blocking, honestly speaking. For a last campaign, 4,000, it's not that crazy. Mr. Des Games, thank you very much for host. Thank you. Thank you very much, my man. We are taking a look, fellas, into the missions that we will have. Okay, now you don't need to repeat those, right? From the 11, those are like endgame missions and very hard. Let's see how doable they are. Destroy 6 enemy vehicles of 3 different types, or have total damage blocked by your armor exceeding 3 times of your hit points. That doesn't look that crazy. I must admit that doesn't look that crazy. I don't think this is insanity or this is crazy, and I see the rewards are super. I see the rewards are super, fellas. I see that. Next, have total damage cost and damage blocked by armor equal or exceeding 5 times your vehicle hit points. Okay, this is rough. This is rough. For this, you will need to play like an idiot. I can guarantee you that. For this, you will need to play like an idiot. You will take most likely T95 and you will go through the open field of the Kempenovka and you will hope for a good matchmaking, fellas. This is going to be rough. 5 times your vehicle hit points. This is rough. If you take mouse, fellas, you will need to block 15,000 damage. Key 2 for a premium tank, yeah, that could work. Cause 9,000 damage to the enemy vehicles or cause 4,500 damage to immobilized vehicles. Very hard. This is straight up 9,000 damage mission. Unless you are playing with some sort of auto loader or whatever and you are aiming for tracks. Still very difficult. Or you are doing this in platoon. You are asking your friend Igor to shoot the tracks and you are farming the track at tank. Otherwise, I can't see how this part is easy to do. Cause 6,500 of the damage to enemy vehicles that hit your vehicle at least once. This is rough. I mean, I can tell you what I think about this. You are taking the tank that can withstand beating. That means can opener, mouse, E100, 60 TP, something that nature, E3, and you are waiting until someone will shoot you, and whenever someone will shoot you, you are prioritizing this vehicle. This is not going to be easy. This is not going to be easy. Cause, receive, and block total of 16,000 of damage. This is not rocket science. You are taking a tank which has a lot of armor. I think this is definitely easier than this or than this, at least in my opinion. Let's move on straight to 11 mission because those are the most interesting ones, right? Cause 5 times more damage than your vehicle have hit points. This is as low tier as possible, and this is for sniper schnitzel. So that means if you are playing with, let's say, Ergashem Borshik, you have 1,100 hit points, and that means you need to do 5,500 damage. This is quite a big one. This is going to be rough. Destroy 3 enemy vehicles, causing at least 1,500 damage to each. This is hard one as well. This is, you are prioritizing pretty much the tank. You are playing with autoloader or alternatively with a trash burn or something like that, and you are pretty much aiming for a tank that has 1,600 hit points. I'm thinking about something like 50B, trash burn, maybe DBV. There 2 shots would be enough. This can be frustrating. Cause and assist a total of 9,500 damage. This is honestly a Prokhorovka question. You play light tank, you get Prokhorovka, you are completing this mission with a medium tank, right? Medium tank CVS in the middle, this is Prokhorovka mission. Win a battle and damage cost to the enemy vehicles must exceed 30% of your team damage. This is a hard one. Probably recommended to do with as low tier as possible, so hit points pool would be the lowest, and hopefully you will get -1 matchmaking. Cause 9,000 of the damage to the enemy vehicles. For a very first time we have a mission whenever you need to do 9,000 damage. With ambush tanks. For me, honestly, I will play with a trash burn, or I will play with something that I am good at. I think that's the way. Now, this is very interesting one because we are talking about the light tanks and we are talking about the artists, right? Assist 4.5 thousand damage to the enemy vehicle spotted by you, or stun the enemies or medium tanks for 170 seconds. I think this is very easy. I truly think it is easy. Even with Arthas, to stun tank destroyers or mediums 170 seconds, it's nothing too crazy. Plus on top of that, cost 4.5 thousand damage, which you are spotting. Let's get real. You get good map, you get that much assisting damage, right? So this is easy in my opinion, if you know how to do the things. Assist in causing 5.5 thousand damage to the enemy vehicle by spotting or immobilizing, or stun 20 seconds. Once again, I don't think it is hard. I don't want to be ignorant, but I think this is pretty bloody easy considering you get a good map. You can spot with a Manticore or ELC even 90, and for a clickers you take 261 and you need to hit the tanks pretty much 11 times, I would say. 11 to 12 times. I don't think this is a hard mission, fellas. I truly don't think so. Earn Ace Wanker badge. This can be, I think this is harder than those two combined. That's what I think. Assistance 14. Assist in causing 5.5 thousand damage to the enemy spotted by you. Remain unspotted at the moment when damage is caused. Once again, sitting in the bush in Prokurovka, Kempinovka with a CVS running, that's okay. Stun enemy heavy tank for 16 times. You take the Arta that has great rate of fire, as an example, 261, or stock Fava Arta, which is shitting 15 seconds each time, definitely doable. Damage cost, including damage cost with your assistant, must be total of 9,000. I don't think this is that hard. I think, once again, I'm light tank lover, right? And I think that light tank missions are looking the easiest. Do you have any feedback, folks, in the stream? What do you think? Did I miss something about this? Do you have any concerns? Do you think the damage mission 9,000 damage is easier with a percents in game of tier 11 tanks? More hit points in the game means it's easier to do damage. Yes, 100%. Hello Master, how is it going? Everything is good, thank you. What happened with the progress of the current missions? Nothing. The missions that you are currently have, that means the first and second campaign, those are remaining the same. Bounce is considered a hit. Bounce is considered, I mean, if enemy is shooting your tracks and do not touch armor, that doesn't consider it bounce. So your armor needs to be hit. That is very important thing. But what are the honors? There are no honors. There are no honors apparently. You are just completing the mission and you are forgetting it. There is no honor system, fellas. There is no honor system. You are completing mission, you already done it. That's it. You don't need to go back. You don't need to do that with honors. It's completely different system. You get 40 million credits when finish all missions. That is crazy. And once again, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we can see quite a bit of whining about the 2.0, and I truly believe from the bottom of my heart that it is the best patch we have ever gotten or we had in a very, very long time. From my point of view, from what I have seen where the missions goes over there, I haven't seen absolutely anything horrible or bad. And I think this is absolutely amazing. It is, maybe even it is too good, if I'm being honest, fellas. Maybe it's too good. Maybe it is even too good for what we are receiving and what we are having. I think, I'm not saying that too often, but I think Wargaming is too kind over there. I kid you not, fellas. I think that Wargaming is even too kind. So, to wrap everything up, what I want to say. I want to say that Personal Missions 3.0 is absolutely amazing. Yes, depending on your skill level or how good you are as a player, you will get stuck somewhere. I have no doubts whatsoever. What is going to be our mission? Our mission, we will try to do our best to have the recommendations with what to complete the missions, at least from our side. So in a way, we are going to have a guide for that in the index page. That is important thing to say, right? And even whenever you are stuck, you are progressing towards your reward anyways, which is absolutely amazing, and it is absolutely great. Honestly, one of the best things. One of the best things over there. And I would say rewards are even too kind. I would say rewards are even too kind, honestly. That being said, thank you very much for watching, folks, on the YouTube. I hope we presented it nicely. I hope we presented it understandably, and hopefully we could help you to understand how the things are looking like. Thank you for watching on the YouTube, and have a good one, folks.